Okay, so these are a majority of the traps from Skyrim that I could kind of use Create to import into Minecraft. I had a few more written down. The Dwarven Pillar is exactly like another one, but just put vertically, and instead of being used as a trap, is actually used to get you to an area of secret loot in the game. So it'll be a vertical version of one down there. And then there's also the flamethrower, which I thought could technically be possible with fire charges, but I already used fire charges in another thing in a different manner, and I think the flamethrowers work a bit differently. There's also the dwarven crossbow mounts, which can be made with Create. I'm pretty sure I just don't have the Create Cannons mod, or Big Cannons, whatever it's called. But if you have the Create Cannons mod, I'm fairly certain that you are able to actually make the crossbow mounts from the Dwarven dungeons. Some of these don't do damage like they're supposed to, but I did the best I can. This right here is the standard hinge slash claw trap. In the Dwarven ones, it's swords. In the Falmer ones, it's kind of the same as the Nordic ones, but with just different material. You just walk through, you trigger it, and it kind of launches into your face. In Minecraft, it doesn't do damage. Maybe you can get a mod to add spikes, or there's a mod that does like inertia-based damage. But if I increase the speed, maybe it'll help. Because in the game, it usually just hits pretty fast. But I think it just does that because I have it only set to only place near an initial angle. So it doesn't necessarily lock in a full block movement right here. Because if it does lock in and does the placement thing, then all of the dripstone breaks. But this one's pretty simple. It's just a tripwire hook with a redstone line going up to it, and then just the relay with the timing of how this moves up and down with the mechanical bearing. Basically just double speed 90 degrees and then turn, it goes back the reverse direction regular speed, because in Skyrim, when it goes back in position, it moves much slower than when it hits you. Then this one is just the dart trap. It's kind of like the dart trap in the jungle temples, but in Skyrim, it's multiple arrows through multiple times. So if I open this, it shoots multiple arrows through each side. And this is because I have some piston extensions with the redstone blocks to activate this. All of these are set to a double speed movement on the pistons with the sequence gear shift. Each set to 1 meter because it's only one block apart, and double speed just so it has more rapid fire with the arrows. And all of the arrows are poison tipped arrows because the arrows in Skyrim are usually poison tipped arrows as well in the traps. This one's a bit simpler and was a bit weird to set up in Minecraft. I'm sure if you have like another mod that adds like bone decorations, it'll fit in. But right now it's just chains, and then you walk over it, and it makes the skeleton sound. This is supposed to kind of be like the bone alarms that are found in a lot of the bandit camps. It's just a note block with a redstone signal with the skeleton head over it, so it makes a skeleton noise. Definitely the easiest out of all of these. And this one right here is the Dwarven Pistons. These are the ones when you're walking over a pathway and you're in a Dwarven dungeon. Usually they'll start moving and it'll push you right off the edge. This one isn't really work very well. I think if I did another layer right here, it would have a higher chance of actually knocking you off. But because I use pressure plates to set it off, it takes a delay for it to activate the one that's closest to the pressure plates. And it doesn't knock you off, so maybe do like another line or move it slightly back if you want it to actually knock people off. This is just the wireless relays underneath the pressure plates, hooked up to more pistons with sequence gear shifts. Sequence gear shifts are like the easiest thing to use for traps like these where you need it to constantly reactivate and stuff. And this is just however long the piston and the blocks actually need to be, and then also double speed, because in Skyrim it moves pretty quickly as well. and if you just turn this vertically and make them move a bit slower, you essentially have the other version of this, which is used to move up to higher places to secret chests in the Dwarven dungeons. And these two right here are just kind of my best attempt at doing like the runes that are on the ground when you enter a dungeon that has wizards or witches or something in Skyrim. This is the fire one, pretty basic. It's just the pressure plate and then it'll shoot down, and it didn't start a fire because it hit my character directly. But if you're not standing directly on it, it'll set this on fire and do damage. And it doesn't do as much damage because you have the burn damage from the fire itself or the fire charge when you get lit on fire. And this is just the wireless. This is just the wireless redstone again on both sides. Just make sure you have one set to receiving. And this is the ice one. And since slowness potions don't do damage, and I put an arrow dispenser at the bottom, so you actually get hit by it if you're directly over it. So if you do this, oh, maybe. Is it not working because I'm in survival? Hold on. Uh-oh. Well, it's activated. Now it's set to receiving. Are they just activating each other? Oh, they were, weren't they? Yeah, okay, there we go. So as long as there's not a wireless one right here in the middle, it should be fine. I forgot that they can activate off of each other. So you have to be directly in the middle for the arrow to actually hit you with this one. Otherwise it'll go straight up. But this at least gives you the slowness effect, and it can damage you like the snow ones, or the ice magic ones in Skyrim. And I wasn't sure what to do for the electric one, so you could just do damage or something. But or if you have a different mod that adds some form of unique potion, you could do that as well. These are just the basic Skyrim traps. There were things like the ones that drop rocks, but that would basically just be like dropping gravel, and you can't reset that one unless you go and clear it out yourself later on. So I figured I might as well not do that one, especially since it's also just basically a gravel pitfall trap anyways. So yeah.